I can actually win in a DPS race. So get fucked.
That was fun.
Jack was very insistent on that point.
No more fuel? So, now that we've talked ourselves into a tizzy,
Oh my god.
do the damn thing. I'm gonna need help getting this casino open for business. Amber, honey, I'd put you in charge of revamping the Black District, if you're so inclined.
May I continue to set things on fire?
I certainly hope so.
Then it would be my pleasure.
Mr. Mayor, what's your
Your word that Trashlantis will retain
Oh
its
my
autonomy
God.
under your new management.
Trashlantis ain't my kind of dirt, but I don't judge. I'll deactivate the compactor so that your people can continue living without the excess of capitalist consumption, let alone basic hygiene.
You got anything for Freddy?
The casino's seen better days. I'll need some help fixing up the place. How's head of reconstruction and maintenance sound?
I'll get those loaders humming along for you, miss. Believe in Freddy.
And you, Timothy? What do you want?
Well, you know, you and I could... just get me the hell out of this place.
This is so glorious.
That's all you want. I can arrange a ship to take you as far away as you can dream.
Yeah, good. That's all I want.
All right then. What the hell are we waiting for? Let's take the jackpot.
It's tower time! Moxie, 5 years.
Bruh.
With all that I've got.
Huh. Oh shit! Hey, what's up, Jess? How's it going? Hope that things are going well. Okay, what do we have on me? Nothing. Maxed out moon orbs, but I don't really have anything to spend it on at the moment. One thing that I'd really like to run into is an SMG with the gun handling. Unfortunate. Got working a bit. Fair enough. Viv is already taken off for work, so I get it. I already forgot what I was about to say. Right, I got this Ice SMG right here. I'd really, really, really like to find an alternate version of that. So what was that? It was fire damage, berserker, gun mag size? Nah. I do want I do want a something to really buff my status effect possibility. What we got here? I mean, it's not like that's bad. It's just not good. Anyway.
Are you prepared?
I guess. I will be, but after this. I was gonna do a bit of Wonderlanding. You son of a shit. Where are you going? Ugh. How goes the Zonaland? Oh, you know. Enemies run away for no good reason. It harshes my vibes, man. Right, the vibes. We must protect the vibes. I think so, but it's not something I've ever messed with, so I'm not sure. Like I don't really mess with those functions much, if at all. Like, you're the only VIP in this channel, and it's because I didn't want you to have to put in your phone number or whatever to have a verified account. Though, I'm not even sure I have that option turned on anymore.
You fell for it. Classic hero bait.
Like, that might just not even be on my channel at all now. But yeah, I always just kind of thought the VIP thing was a mostly stupid idea. Because, like, why would you, like, in most cases, not all, but in most cases, it could very easily, in my opinion, make it look like, oh, this one particular viewer is far more important than the rest of you schmucks. And I've seen it get taken that way once or twice. So it is a concept that I always thought was dubious at best. Which is why, like, you know, I've had experiences with partnered streamers where I've run into this type of behavior, right, where they'll be like, oh, a thing happened, everybody spam sub emote in chat. And I've always hated that, because, like, if I was, like, let's say that we were here, right, with 50 viewers, and I had subs and all of this shit, and it was like, oh, look, a raid happened, everybody spam, Xanaso T-Nux, and if you're not subbed, you just don't get to participate in this celebration? Really? So, when I was affiliate, I had my sub emotes, but in this channel, I also had FFZ emotes, for instance. So, here's Xanaso, what was it? I think it was Xanaso T-Nux. right? So there's Anaso T-Nux, but here's the FFZ version. You still get to participate. Here in this channel, you'd still be able to participate because I was making sure that all of my sub emotes were also available through just Frankerface Z. Bridal Festival was so good. Right, but I mean, like, you could, like, you being a regular is gonna be obvious to anybody else that ever comes around, because they're gonna be like, yo, Krimi is here all the time. Like, so that's not something that we need to announce with a badge. But I mean, like, in our case, like, you see on Chatty, we've got this guy on Jesse. So, like, if you look at my chat display, there's an extra badge next to Jesse. That's the Hit Huge emote from Hitbox way back in the day. And that's a custom badge I made that I'm able to implement through Chatty. I personally think that there is a lot more going on, like a lot more to do with that than anything else. That's way hella more interesting than a fucking VIP badge. I mean, it's just a way to try to get people to pay more money. So I had the Knuckles Gasm as a tier 1 emote and a Blaze Gasm as a tier 2 emote, but like I never really intended for anyone to actually get or use that emote. I just was a thing that existed. And I was gonna make Blaze the Cat a tier 3 Gasm, and that was specifically just to mess with one person who I'm no longer friends with, so I'm glad I never went through the bother of adding that. But like, it's just a gimmick to get people to subscribe at higher amounts of money, and like, I don't know, I always kind of... How old is our friendship? Pretty fucking old. I think you and I originally met on Mixer, like pre-Beam. Well, no. Actually, no, it was pre-Mixer on Beam.pro when I was streaming Subnautica. Bonk. But yeah, like, it's just like, the whole idea is to put, like, really desirable emotes on a higher tier so that instead of giving me $5.99 for a sub, you know, it's to entice you to give me 10 for a sub, or 25 for a sub. I gotta say, man, like, as many streamers, like, are constantly begging for motherfuckers to subscribe, like, I don't know how many people either of y'all, like, genuinely sub to, but I think it's a terrible idea. Because, like, real talk, if you're subscribed to even 5 people, bare mins, you're dropping $25 a month on that. And, like, think about how much other shit you could get for $25 a month. Like, come on. And like, there are some streamers out there, like, I think we're all aware of that bitch that just like shamed people in her chat for like, I can't, like, what, you're gonna tell me that you can't afford $5? And she was just like shitting on people for not being subbed. And is like, bruh. I would stop watching you altogether for that kind of behavior. Like, okay, you can get the fuck up out of my life then. And like, bruh. Like, so I knew a dude that like again, another person I'm not really friends with anymore, but I knew a dude that put himself through college, got a new car, got his own living space, and like literally just leveled up life in general with just his sub money on Twitch. And no shame at all for that. That's awesome. I'm glad he was able to do all that. The thing that I'm trying to point out here is more that he didn't shill while he was doing it. He was just being a relatively decent dude. And, like, it turns out that when you're being a good dude, more people want to support you. Like, he had regular viewership in, like, the 300 range. That was pretty normal for him back then. So it's not like he was, like, popping off with, like, thousands of viewers or anything, but it wasn't, like, a low number either. I think it's just embarrassing. Like, e-begging, that's a good way to put it. I think it's just embarrassing, like, you know, if your stream is only good enough to have viewers but not subscribers, that's a quality issue on your end. Maybe you need to have a better fucking attitude. Maybe if you were less of a bitch, people would be actively deciding to support your content. But that's crazy. And like, I'll admit that there is some logic to, like, if you're in my stream for hours and hours and hours at a time, but you can't afford $5 a month, there might be some responsibility issues on your end of the equation, and that's true. Because, like, if you're spending that much time watching streams when you could be, I don't know, doing some work to better your life, that is just accurate. It's not a happy thought. No one wants to have that thought, but it's fucking true. Darkside Phil? Like, look, Darkside Phil is a fucking moron, and if it's a bad idea, he's probably doing it. Darkside Phil has been known for being, like, legendarily stupid for quite some time. I can't remember where this skull... Oh, never mind. And, like, look, it's one thing... Like, it's possible that neither of you are even aware that I have a Ko-Fi. But... like, it's relevant to bring up right now. I never talk about it unless it is relevant to a conversation. But, like, look where the timer is on this scene. Officer! That's literally the only place it's ever mentioned. It's on the intro to the stream, the BRB screen, and the outro. That's it. I never sit here and be like, please donate to my Ko-Fi, please give me money, please support the stream. I don't fucking do that. I let people know it's an option sometimes. And it's just in a passive way where it's right there. Most people don't even notice it's there, and that's fine. I don't care. Like, if somebody chooses to throw money at me, that's fantastic, and I appreciate the hell out of it every time. But, man, there's some people that really act like it's mandatory and that you're a piece of shit and if you don't do it, and, like, fuck you. Fuck you. It should. It infers that you are somehow lesser than anybody else that bothered to give me money. And again, fuck off. Like, that's just someone that's just clearly not worth supporting. That is not a good person. Like, you know what makes this kind of shit worth it, even at my ridiculously low viewer count, is that I have genuinely had somebody say that they were, like, someone told me that they were suffering with thoughts of suicide, and me being on every day gave them something to distract them from that. And you know what? That's the best fucking victory of all time. I could not possibly ask for better than that. Like, fucking give me some more of that. Like, motherfuckers begging for subs are missing the point entirely. How are they doing? I haven't talked to them in a while. But, I mean, last I had heard they got married, had a new job, got a house. Last I knew they were doing pretty fucking good. So I imagine the only reason I haven't heard from them in a while is because they have a really robust life these days. And I'm just not part of it. No, that's fine. Look, if you can, even if it's not intentional, if you can help somebody else level up their existence in general, that's the shit right there. Critical hit damage, okay. Right, yeah, I mean, it wasn't intentional. Like, I wasn't sitting here being like, my mission today is to help somebody stave off their thoughts of suicide. Like, I hope that happens all the time. But, like, it's not like you can set off with that goal, because that's a really vague goal. You don't know who's suffering. Like, unless somebody goes out of their way to tell you, I'm suffering right now, you're not gonna just automatically fucking know that. Right, just be good to people in general, because, like, you never know who's suffering. Genuinely, the only people that I think, like, don't deserve automatic kindness are people that you see that are specifically, intentionally being unkind. I don't know what's making that sound in this game. Yeah, nothing on the field looks like. What is this? Yeah, not interested. Yo, that's pretty sick. I wanted to put together, like, a credit screen of sorts at one point, but, like, I never could come up with anything good. Like, I never could come up with anything that I felt was really solidly doing what I wanted to do. Because, like, if you don't have very many names to put on a credit screen, then it kind of undercuts, like, what the purpose is of trying to put together a credit screen. But then there was also the fact that, like, if you do have enough names, then you gotta have the text crawl going quickly enough that all the names will get gotten to. Otherwise, like, you know, there's a difference between, like, you know, when you're like, oh, all of the images and layouts, me. Stream management, me. And then that's it. You know, like, versus if you've got a situation like, I don't know, Metal Gear Solid, where the credits literally take, like, 40 fucking minutes. I am in, like, one place, which is fine. Honestly, I'm surprised I'm in there at all, because, honestly, I'm just not in there very often. Not necessarily because I don't want to be, but the dude streams at times where I'm often busy, and that just, you know, life happens. And the same thing happens in reverse. There was a point in time I was a lot more connected to like the Stepmania DDR community, so the dance pad stuff, right? Where, oh no, we're in roughly the same time zones, it's just that when he's streaming, I'm either working or streaming. There was this fella that was making like modifier courses that are, you know, make the game quite difficult to read, but in a fun way. Anyways, there was a point in time where he did a course, I think it was Insomnia Finale, where at the end of it, he was like putting people's names into modifiers as a form of like in-game credits. And I was in that one too, specifically because like we talked a lot. His stuff was on my website, and I gave him an idea for one modifier where instead of the arrows being straight across like this, they were like tilted, and they were like actively like rotating. I was kind of surprised he hadn't thought of that one on his own. But, you know, different strokes, etc., etc. Yeah, we'll do this. But yeah, it's just that our timing just doesn't have a tendency to line up. It's not because of time zones. Man, Nasty Spill is so good. Yo, oh my god, I never broke it. Wow. Whoops. I completely forgot what I was doing. Oh, is he? I don't remember where, because, like, we did discuss his geography at one point, but then again, he's moved since then, so what do I know? I don't know nothing. I'm a nothing knower. Oh, wow. 9777. Bruh, if this was Ascended, that shield would be over 10k. Part of me wonders if I should play that through again in, like, the different languages. I kind of want to do the Irish Celtic or whatever it was. It was Irish something that it said on the list. That sounds dope. Oh yeah. You can get that elemental shit. Yeah, it has a lot of different languages. Like a bunch, like 10 plus. But to be fair, it's not that hard to do different languages for it when you consider, you know, the shit only says no. It's super easy to translate. Your character only says and no. Honestly, if it didn't have multiple languages, I would think, like, wow, that's deeply, deeply lazy. Plonk. Honestly, for something like the Irish one, I'm sure it would be mostly the same sounding, except for, like, I want to hear that, like, sassy inflection of an Irish person just screaming, and no! Or German, nine! Hey. Eat it. Trollman. Where? Ah, man, why did they run away? Bruh, I hate this guy. Why does he have a move where he can just become invincible and push you away? It's dumb. Boop. This is the first map that Viv and I ever discovered these on. What, you mean like PS2 games owned? Man, this is a hell of a time to be trying to collect. I can't even imagine. I don't want to imagine. That shit sounds, like, financially painful. The other ones are not here. Oh well. Well, 685 game. All game. Every game ever game. This is gonna suck! At least I have a method for it. No, he's talking about collecting actual games. Like, he has 685 PlayStation 2 games. Your boy's a retro collector. Even though I loathe the use of the word retro in this context, but, you know, it is what it is. See, all the PlayStation 2 games that I collected in a digital way. I did not... I say all of them. See, okay, so once upon a time, you know, you'd have times where you'd look in the newspaper and somebody would be like, I don't know, I have these games that I don't play anymore. I'll sell, you know, the console, these games, and a controller for $30. That used to be a thing. Once upon a time, you could get deals like that. This is not that time. And back then, like, you know, if somebody posted something in the paper that's like, oh yeah, I'm selling a console for this much, usually what I would do is I would acquire the set, and then I would resell the console itself, and keep all of the games. Yeah, now trying to get into this type of thing, bruh. I cannot even imagine trying to collect old games right now. Because can confirm the prices for a lot of shit is fucking bonkers at the moment. Not that Crimmy needs my confirmation, and most people in general don't, but... regardless of needing it, you have it. Confirmation given. Yo, that feel when you got into it right when it became its absolute worst, but then again, you probably got into it because of COVID times, yeah? COVID times gave people the inkling to do a bunch of stuff that they either wanted to do before, never did, or you know, stuff that they were like, well, I'm bored, I don't know what the fuck to do right now, so I guess I'll do this? Yeah, that did her. That got her, did her. Well, you mean like Rule of Rose, Haunting Ground, Kuon, God Hand? Where, funny enough, in the list I just gave, God Hand is probably the cheapest one. Ascended, Rage Handle, Rampage. That's unfortunate. I didn't realize this track was that quiet. So, believe it or not, GameCube game collecting in this area is actually not that rough. And, you know, I credit that to the fact that we have an awful lot of, like, really good, solid, like, used video game stores out here. So the availability in this area is much higher. Yeah. If you don't have that, like, that heap of availability, I'm sure it becomes a much, much bigger problem. Oh, whoops. I'm supposed to be checking rings. That ring is useless, though, so that's fine. Nebraska. Oh, Alaska? Nebraska, nee. Right now we're having that shit going on where, like, midday the temperature is actually relatively comfortable, but, like, in the AM it gets obscenely cold. I'm sure the plants love this shit, you know? The flowers right outside my window, they're just digging it, man. Sub-zero temps at night, my favorite. I mean, you're not missing out much. Our country doesn't really teach proper history. Our country kind of goes out of its way to make sure that they don't teach proper history. Primordial, that's unfortunate. Volatile, that's even more unfortunate. I don't know if that was a typo or not, but it's accurate regardless. Poipus? How dare you? Wow, I just now noticed that this gun is fucking almost 30 million. The hell with all of that. How much do I, well, you know what, let's... Heh. Saints Row is certainly a time. Yeah. 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 See, I don't even know what the difference is between re-elected and the original version. I have the original version. It's fine. I got no reason to feel like I'm missing out, you know what I mean? Yeah, I tried to look up, like, what is the difference between these two things, and you'd think that, you know, because they want to sell the advanced version, supposedly advanced version, you'd think that it would be really easy to find what the difference is, you know, so that I might be enticed to purchase it. No. It's just there's no fucking listing. Like, the one thing that I know for a fact is that, like, so Gat Out of Hell is supposed to load your saved character from Saints Row 4 as the President of the United States, which is a funny thing to call them at that point because there's no planet, so there's no United States to be a president of anyway. Because of some workshop, because of some Steam Workshop thing that got applied to Saints Row 4, the player's save file is in a different format than it used to be. And because of that, if you try to play Get Out of Hell, once it tries to load that save file, it just crashes. And so if you have Saints Row 4 installed and there's Saints Row 4 save files, you literally have to get rid out of them. Rid out of them? You need to get rid of those save files. Otherwise, Get Out of Hell will just keep crashing. Or say crashing? Whatever it is, it fails to play the game. That's really the only part that matters. Dude, I fucking love Get Out of Hell. Like, there were so many people that talked heavy trash about Get Out of Hell, but I thought it was a fucking banger. I don't understand why, like, it's like people just loathe the idea of being happy with something and are far more interested in complaining. What? Being satisfied? That's crazy talk. Why would you go and do something stupid like that? It was, I mean, it was a bit too short. If that's the biggest complaint that I have, that's a pretty fucking good time. I wanted more of it, how dare. The very nerve of leaving me with Get Out of Hell blue balls. Dude, I really hate when enemies spend all of their time just running away. You are allowed to actually fight me, you know. I would rather you tried to end my life than just running away over and over. A wealthy skeleton? Aw, shit. I loathe the Serious Sam. But again, different strokes, different folks. They seemed way too concerned with being over the top than with making a decent game. And I mean, like, if you're spending a lot of time like taking in that over the topness and enjoying that, then yeah, that would make an enjoyable time, but it didn't feel like a particularly good game. Plus, I mean, I think I've also just, like, aged out of the it's just fun to shoot at things thing. Like, I want there to be more to it than that. I don't think I know where this one's skull is. Oh wait, it's over here, right? Yeah. And the collision for it is weird. And I suppose, to be fair, I used to really like fucking platformers, and I hate that shit these days, so... The things they change. The change they things. Watch my step. Oh no, there's gonna be traps and shit. I don't first-person shoot on consoles. Sometimes third-person shooters are handled relatively okay on console, but I don't first-person shoot on consoles at all. I got a little bit out of it. Oh, well, that wasn't necessary. Well, I would, but you see, Twitch has terms of service against self-harm on stream. So, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Though, my dude Tapioca once did a whole lot of focusing on really bad GBA first-person shooters, i.e. any GBA first-person shooter. Yeah. So you want to go to Tapioca for some conversation about that shit. Was this one on a fish? I don't think that this one's on a fish. I don't remember where this one is. Ah. What? That's already not having fun. Why would I not want to be live? Genuinely, where is this fucking skull, bro? My first thought would be that it would have to be past this barrier because the game really likes to do that kind of shit to you. For a second I thought it was that. I'll tell you what fun isn't: looking for a skull with yellow eyes so that I can open this thing. Bruh, fuck you. You ever just slap a barrel? I don't know, depends. Okay, I see this. I see into a skull. Nothing in there. What did I say about self-harm on stream? Okay, yeah, it definitely wouldn't be that far away, so... Is it just, like, really, really, really well hidden in this tree? Because I'm not seeing that either. I really should have learned these a while ago. Oh, there it is. That's further away than I'm used to it being, but you know what the funny shit is that it is visible from where we started. Whoops. God damn it. Stop running away! We're here to do combat! Then go to bed. Betterly with you. What? Bruh, fucking... Oh, well, alright. Well, that's illegal and you're under arrest. Come quietly. Isn't Brawlhalla Ubisoft published? Like, for one thing, I'll just start off with this. I am anti Smash copycats. But I'm even more anti Ubisoft. I think so. Hold on, let me... I remember there being an issue. Yeah, Ubisoft publishes it. It started publishing it from 2018 to now, so for the last, 7 years. You know, I thought I had most of these memorized at this point, and it turns out I'm just dumb and bad, and I don't know how to find skulls. Yeah, unfortunately, due to recent events, I no longer have anything to do with Warner Brothers products, which really sucks, because I'm gonna be fully honest, I am gonna miss Shadow of Mordor. But literally no one can accuse me of being inconsistent in my morals, you know what I mean? Where the fuck is this? Oh, what's up? Again, that one's actually quite far away. I don't know what that means. Do they need a little seasoning? But yeah, like, I'm not fully certain who, like, I'm not sure if the deal has gone through yet. So it's possible that no one has acquired Warner Brothers yet. But Warner Brothers was already being not great. And then they, you know, like, this through the sell process, they're either going to go to Netflix, which is questionable, but way hella better than Paramount. But the thing is that I understand the deal to be that Netflix is only interested in acquiring the streaming side, and that Paramount wants to acquire the remainder of it. So it looks like best case scenario is that's what happens. Netflix ends up with the streaming side, and Paramount ends up with the remainder of it. Well, if that's the case, I don't know who's going to get the benefits from people continuing to support the Warner Brothers Studios video games. From the sound of it, it sounds like it's Paramount, and Paramount can fuck off. Is this the... Yeah, it's Freezicles. You know what I have found? It's real difficult to find good shrimp lately. Which is weird, because when I say lately, I am including the fact that I now live somewhere where it should be quite easy to find good shrimp. Having said that, it's pretty easy to find really good fish out here. I genuinely don't even know where this Freezicles guy is from. Somewhere else in this game, that's where. It's better than when, like, heavy action music is playing during nothing happening. You fucking prick. Hey, 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 hey. Okay, this should do it. He's on fire, so he is taking damage, or at least he should be. Yeah, there he goes. You just really stepped in it, because, like, alright, I love Dead Rising 2. I also fucking hate Dead Rising 2. Does that answer your question? The first game is decent. I still quite enjoy the first game, though I'm kind of far removed from it. But, like, I don't like Dead Rising 3, but then again, I didn't really have the patience to learn another Dead Rising. The issue with Dead Rising 2... I'll be honest, I know nothing about DR4 aside from the fact that apparently Frank is a bit of a cunt now. But, like, the issue with Dead Rising 2 is that I have the PC version, and the PC version sorta works, but you have to do several, like, extremely powerful magical incantations in order to A, get the game to run in a window, and B, to get it to detect any fucking controller at all. Now, I would love to play Dead Rising 360 on my Xbox Series X. Problem: it's not backwards compatible. The Xbox One version is, well, that should be great. No, it's shit. It's shit, it's awful, it's terrible, it's horrible, it's fucking bad. Why? Because the Xbox One version crashes constantly. And it was a known issue when it was released on the Xbox One, that it crashes constantly. And then they decided to backwards compatible the crashes constantly version to the Xbox Series X. Fuckers. It is like, they could easily patch it, and they just fucking don't. Boo hiss! Oh, it just doesn't detect that there's a controller at all. Like, at all. It has a controller option, and if you go into the options, there's a little spot where where it has a controller enabled or disabled, but it is almost always grayed out for no controller compatibility whatsoever. And there's a lot of really weird workarounds that some people say work and some people say doesn't. It's a fucking disaster. And I can tell you partly why it's a problem. It's partly a problem because of the Steam controller, the input mapper that Steam uses. And because unfortunately, the way that the Xbox 360 controller emulator used to work is you put a series of DLLs in the folder where the game is, and it sort of redirects all of the input reading stuff through that, where it can... Basically, it tells a video game that whatever controller you've designated is an Xbox 360 controller, and it uses whatever mapping you've told it. Unfortunately, Steam Input now gets in front of that and completely squashes the Xbox 360 CE's ability to do anything. So, in order for me to use my preferred method of using a controller, I would need to now pirate a non-Steam version of the game. Because the Steam input doesn't work on it. Yeah, well, mouse and keyboard on Dead Rising 2 is absolutely madness. The game does not feel natural to me at all that way. Right, joy to key is an option. It's not an option in a 3D environment where I need to use sticks, though. I also, like, joy to key is kind of a weak sauce version of what it does. There is a program that I use called X-Pattern, where you can, like, you can map things from controller to keyboard input way hella better. Then again, the one I'm talking about used to be free and no longer is. So one way or another, there are problems. You suck so bad! Where are the fucking enemies, dude? Finish before time runs out. Puts all the enemies literally nowhere near you. God damn it. Yeah, there are some older games that just are an absolute disaster to try to get running properly. And like, given that it's on Steam and we are in the era of games being easily patched, the fact that Capcom just won't, even though these are well-known issues. These aren't like niche circumstances. Everybody has this problem. Everybody is having issues trying to get the shit to use a controller properly. Fucking everybody trying to run the Xbox One version has reported crashing. And they just don't do anything about it. Like, literally, your game doesn't fucking work. Eh. And, like, yeah, it's so fucking, just, like, why? Because Dead Rising 1 works fine. Not a problem. No issues. It'll use just about anything. Who cares? It's fine. DR2, the best one, like, game content-wise, is it's just such a pain in the ass. Such a deeply, deeply, deeply horrible task trying to get that shit to work. Anyways, that's my rant, my whole rant. Well, I mean, there's off the record for using the camera in the second game, but I prefer the OG DR2 to off the record. I thought off the record was a really hackneyed, like, deeply forced way to continue doing things, but what can I say? I'm not in control of the content. I'm like, honestly, at a certain point in that game, I just sort of prefer to forget that the camera is even there. But you do have that, like, opening area where everybody dies, and there's, like, shitloads of zombies in there, so it's pretty easy to just jump up on something and get, you know, several thousand PP for just taking pictures of an open space with a huge amount of zombies. But yeah, DR2 off the record is basically like What if Dead Rising 2, but still Frank West? I think that this one's just below it somewhere. Nah. So is this one of the torch ones? No, it's like, yeah, it's over here. Boop. Yo, I actually made a step file for one of the Stardew tracks. It's pretty good, nice and comfy. I'd be down to play that once we switch over. I also did make that knowing me, knowing you chart. I don't know where that dude was, but he's dead now, so... I have, like, yet another example of do the thing fast. Okay. Where are the fucking enemies, game? This feels intentional. It feels intentional and deeply shit. Yeah, you know, where the feces come up to your hips. That's deeply shit. We got it, though. GG. Fuck off. I really don't understand why those don't disappear at the end of the encounter. Honestly, that feels like it's just from poor programming. There are a few things in this game that very obviously qualify as bad programming. Right, so let's see if this one is in here. Alright, this one is... I've not. It's been a while since I've, like, cared about new movies. I am definitely an old man when it comes to movies at this point. So I just, like, look at, like, previews and think, that's not gonna be interesting, and then I just ignore it. Alright, Jess, have a good one. Like, there's been a few movies in recent past where, like, people made a big deal out of them, and I was just like, eh. This doesn't sound very good. Why did I approve this one? What is this? Poppin' 8. I hate it, dude. Let me fucking delete shit. Windows is so bad. You know, it was encouraging when what was it, Good Old Games was like, Windows is bad software. And like, yes, that is correct. And then they were like, let's double down on AI. Oh, for fuck's sake. How dare you be curious? The very nerve. You're allowed to be curious, it's fine. I don't mind answering questions about movies I haven't seen. You know what's funny is we were really into John Wick. But then the third movie ended in kind of like such a silly ass way that I was just like, it's not like I forswore the series, but I don't know. John Wick 4 came out, and I was like, eh. We'll probably end up watching it eventually, maybe. Who knows? We'll see. It's boss time. Oh, fuck off. Bitch. This fight, I only hate this fight because it takes like 100 years. And like, genuinely. It's like we get these first 3 HP bars, right? And they take long enough as it is. And then you get, like, let's make it take forever shit like this. By the way, I'm actively trying to prevent this weapon reloading. A 360 backlog. I gotta say, the games that I ended up going through on 360 were impressively trash, aside from the ones that I already knew were good. Like, man, I was genuinely impressed at how bad Jumper is. Like, I thought it would be average, you know? I thought it would be okay. But, mate, nah. not even vaguely. I could not confirm or deny if it's the same version, but I can confirm the one that I had was pretty fucking bad. Like, it had an inherently bad combat concept going on, but that's not even the worst part. The worst part was that it was very, very, very unresponsive. You can be like, okay, we'll do the bad thing, and you'd be like, nah. I'm just gonna sit instead. Sitting is very comfy. Well, that's gotta be a bitrate mess. Nothing I can do about it. That's just how this game rolls. Oh wow, I missed one. What? I'm over here trying to get work done and it's not working. Unfortunately, like, I've tried everything that there is to try, and there's no way to make melee in this game on stream look legible. Honestly, I would say that what you see right now is comparatively very clean. And I realize that that sounds very sad. But like, when I've watched it back, I can frequently at least tell what's happening, even if it is pretty ugly. Because it is, I know. I'm sorry. I mean, it might be inspired by that. It's genuinely possible. What the hell? See, remember when I said this fight takes a fucking year? And this isn't even the end. When we take this down, when we take down this shield and the last bit of this bar, that is not the end of this fight. After that, we get a phase with 2 health bars, and then after that, we get a phase, I think another phase with 2 health bars, and then that one involves a giant Drake that trades invulnerability with him. Basically, this fight is deeply not fun in any way, shape, or form. It takes too goddamn long. No, I just don't feel great. Like before the other... So, okay, I may as well tell this story. We were invited to a Super Bowl thing at a friend's house. Now me, I am not a football give-a-damn-abouterer. And nothing can emphasize that more, fun. Nothing can emphasize that more than the fact that our team won, and I still don't care. I don't know why I got slapped off in that specific direction. By the way, we get to start over. Anyways, I was awake for too long, and unfortunately our friend's father was present, and he's a piece of shit and a trumper, and I wouldn't be as bothered by the fact that he's a trumper. Even with current events, I wouldn't be as bothered by the fact that he's a trumper if he would have shut the fuck up about it. But shutting the fuck up is not something that Trumpers know how to do, so he was just fucking on about that shit forever, and goddamn, what an awful time. Oh, hey, at least it went back to this phase. The whole day was just, like, hyper trash for me. But yeah, when we finally got back home, I felt like shit, and I definitely needed to get some sleep. But it was kind of, the damage was already done. I felt like garbage the following day, and I have not felt great since then. Now, the plan was to do some Zana's Gauntlet runs here. No. Why does that keep happening? But yeah, the plan was to do Zana's Gauntlet runs, like, in the very near future, but the trouble is that I kind of feel rubbish, so... I'm putting that off for now. Anyways, Giant Drake. I got the sequencing a bit wrong, but yeah, this is what we're dealing with now. Oh, it is the Giant Drake phase. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I very much want to do the God Hand thing right now, it's just, not wise. Though some people would argue that given that it's God Hand, going back to it at all is unwise. And, that is a valid stance. No, get out of the fucking way, dude. Okay. Honestly, you know what? I'm sitting here wondering. I don't know if I hate this fight more or if I hate the Vorkanor fight more, because that fight sucks balls. But like, I'm also not really sure where half of the damage comes from. It might just be because of the, it might be because of the wyverns that are floating around in that one, but that fight really sucks. Stop. Whatever you're doing, stop it. Anyways, now we are officially on the final phase of this shit. Thankfully it's like it is the same shit again. It's not tricky. You're all tragic, no matter. Dang. What am I doing? Just pick off all the shit. It was funny enough, I was thinking about doing backlog today, and then I decided against it. But, like, whether I feel physically well or not, I do need to have some physical activity, so the DDR stuff should be happening regardless. Even if I only get a little bit of it. Like, that's what happened last time, is I went live with it, and then I started playing, and it took, like, I don't know, less than 20 minutes for me to feel like I was dying. It's no good. No good at all. Hmm. Not a thing. There was, funny enough, there was a point in time that I routed out Dead Rising 2 for what if I want to do literally everything? And I will tell you, like, the most annoying side thing that you can do in DR2 is spray painting over the Zombrex posters. That's genuinely annoying. And it's mostly because, like, when you're spray painting over them, you actually end up chewing up quite a bit of your spray paint just with one poster, right? And so it necessitates needing to carry, like, 3 of those at any given time. Now, granted, I was routing this for New Game Plus. I wasn't thinking like, oh yeah, we'll just try to do it, you know, raw from the beginning. That sounds absolutely horrendous. You're not going to be fast enough. You're not going to be mobile enough. You're not going to be able to survive enough. I guess I'll keep that for now, even though that's not what I'm looking for. Whoops. Fuckity fuck. Nope, that's fine. Welp. Player joined. Oh shit, that Xana guy is here. Anyway, in theory, I've got another one of these to do, but first, I'm gonna take a bathroom break, get me some drink. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. Deposit, put that shit in there. What? Apparently I miss a legendary somewhere. It's an ascended rage hand. Oh, right. No, I remember this. Alright, have a good one. Sleep well, etc., etc. Did I already? Yeah, I did. Okay. But yeah, I will be back. Officer! Officer! Help! Ah! That didn't go too well. Here we go. Let's just plonk. Oh no, I'm in the trash. What? What? Oh God. Well, okay, that's a dead cop. I didn't do it. I have nothing to do with that. Yo, dude. Hey, that's my Betsy. Hey, did you not? Yo, dude, that's my Betsy. Stop. Oh no, these guys. These guys are not hard. Boop. Goodbye. Oh, that was fucking great.
Finally, the unhallowed mysteries of the Nibblenomicon will soon be revealed. The vegan turducken, the eggplant parmesan, the eld dip. Take it, and whatever you do, do not read it yourself.
Hmm. What? This is bullshit. What the hell?
Can't wait to get behind this wheel.
Wow. That poor guy. I just fucked his shit up. Not only did he lose his car, but he got, like, rolled over by it multiple times. That's not what I input. Yeah, I deserved that. But you deserved this. Ah! Sup? Ha! 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 He tried! Did you see that? Did you see that? It got... He like, just barely missed it. Oh my god! That is hilarious!
Moonwalking?
Yeah, it moonwalked away through the table, and then also through the wall, and then also through the other table. No. That was actually pretty funny. I wouldn't call it mindless. I have a brain.
may result in unnecessary damage to close.
There's a red dot there that I haven't been able to... Oh, he's... Good.
He's just stuck.
And he won't die. What? I really, 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 really wish I'd been paying attention just now. Anyway. Oh, and yeah. Sweet Jesus, that was so worth it.
So, yeah, worth it. I'll say it definitely pays for itself with the first few drinks.
You fucking asshole.
Let's just say when I'm out and about, I don't buy regular sodas anymore, unless I get one with like a meal. I almost always just go to a QT and How much course do I have? I have so much course.
Very relaxing job as far as my workplace goes. I don't know if all locations are like that. In fact, I'd say that's probably not what the rest of your locations are like. Really? Did we just one combo that dude? That's wild. Yo. That was big-brained as fuck. I wish somebody was here to have witnessed that. Where are you going, Dex?
We gotta drop those bitches.
What?
Just fell. Oh, something had, and I didn't see it because it was at the fire. Oh my god, that was too good. Oh.
Thanks, my dude. I love being crashed into. What the fuck was that? Dude, and my crit chance with these is absurd. Good fucking job, my dude. Oh my god. So realistically, because it's only for extra experience, I typically say, you know, don't bother Good.
Yo, what? I just got past that guy. That's some bullshit. That shouldn't have happened at all.
What? Yeah. Bonk. 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 Bonk.
This wasn't supposed to happen. Stand by.
This is Commandant Steele of the Atlas Corporation Crimson Lance Starbomb Brigade. Be advised, in preparation of upcoming special operations of the Lance.
What? What?
What the fuck? Why is the audio getting weird? What is happening in this video game? Wow. Yo, what the fuck? I need to highlight that. Can I pick that back up? Boom. I harmed me and I don't think it mattered. I guess we're not meant to meet the big meanie until after it. Are you serious? Dude, what are you doing? You gonna be stubborn about this, bro? He's clipping into it. Wow. He's going right back into it. Way to get fucking spired. Oh, that's fucking perfect. Good. I'm glad that you're killing off some of your own dudes. Get in the car. What? Is there any chance you might want to get in the car at some point? Yeah, get in the car on fire. It's a great idea. We only waited for like 80 people to show up.
Gotta keep him fresh.
Okay. Did anyone else see that? This is a pretty shit encounter. Okay. Okay. Alright.
Further features detected.
can't say I've seen that one before.
The Syndicate doesn't have the pull to organize something on this scale. I don't think they're just targeting us. Then who called them in? Worry about that later. Right now, I'm a bit busy. I always win my arguments. Don't get cocky.
You know, the gun she's controlling is... What? What a fucking good game! The lady that's trying to announce the race is stuck inside of the dumpster. Oh my god. Why? Why is this happening? What? What? Hold on, hold on. Is it this right here? Okay. I'd really like it if they would actually more actively avoid holes. Like, you know, exactly the opposite of that. Dude, god damn it.
Alright. I've got something cooking too, so I'm gonna have to do a decent job paying attention. So I've got a relatively small food, I've got hydration here. Things are gonna be okay. I saw that crystal. I want that crystal. It's a mountain pearl. What? Okay, I do remember this one being kind of a pain to figure out. Here, I can get rid of these to narrow down the visual noise a bit. I feel like I remember this one, I feel like I remember being annoyed about, yeah. I feel like I remember being annoyed about this one because I do remember looking for it for quite some time and then being like, oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, nasty spill, 100%. Whoa, what are you doing here? Go to sleep. It's your bedtime, young man. What? Okay. Well, that sucks bunches. Yeah, that's really, really, really terrible for your health. Might be worth pointing out, like, poor sleep habits can lead to diabetes. I know this because I had poor sleeping habits and I have pre-diabetes. Also, you know, blood pressure, which almost killed me. So that, you know, honestly, should probably have mentioned that first. Maybe burying the lead a bit. It's like weird to consider that I almost died that day, but yeah, that happened. And the motherfuckers at that hospital did not even bother to mention my blood pressure. Dumb bastards. I don't think I was... Nah, it was early day. Oh, you're probably talking about your life at that point. I died from fucking everything's not about me, dickhead. Yo, Dust Force music is so good. I definitely need to do step charts to some of these. Oh, okay, I probably used evening as a day, but like either way, it was in the morning when I actually went to the hospital, and it was, fuck me, it was a bad time. What a bad time. Bad out of 10, don't recommend. You did that on purpose. But, like, worry not. My sleep schedule has improved significantly. My diet has improved, way significant. Honestly, my diet is so different now, I never in my life would have thought that I'd be able to change my diet the way that I have. Like, it's genuinely crazy how much I've been able to change my diet. Especially considering that I went from being like, I love queso, to I need to cut saturated fats. There's also the physical activity necessity, which, you know, is why the DDR pad was a thing, why I felt suddenly that I might possibly need to spend $500 on that shit. I definitely don't have the mindset for gym. But, like, the reason that DDR works so well is because, like, it's not inherently, like, you're not inherently doing an exercise. You're playing a video game. And the fact that I'm playing a video game means that I can look at it in terms of, like, wanting to get better at it and wanting to get better scores, and that way I can, like, get myself to do a thing for hours at a time, you know, provided I have the stamina for it, which I currently don't, but that's not the point that I'm currently trying to make. But, like, when I get back to the point to where I have that kind of stamina, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna be on that dance pad for hours at a time. And, like, I've mentioned it before that there's some really sick trails around here that go on for miles and miles, and here lately, and like, this is what a fucking nerd I am, I've become curious about, like, what I want to do is I want to take some video of random people jogging and then compare the speed of their footsteps to, like, beats per minute in a track on, you know, these DDR songs, right? And then I want to, like, you know, do some maths to see, like, okay, if all of these steps were on this trail, how far would I have gone? The Wii Fit board, bruh. See, I don't think I'd be able to get myself to get into that, but it is not an incredibly dissimilar idea, for sure. But yeah, for me, the fact that it's score-based really, really helps. Because I can always be like, oh man, I didn't do good enough that time. Let's try again. And that means more movement. And more movement, good. Well, see, here's the thing. Depending on the BPM and DDR, per step running would be more exercise than DDR. Depending on the BPM and the motions you actually have to do in that chart. But I can always just be like, oh, so, like, you know, 2 steps in DDR could be like X amount of steps forward when walking, as an approximation. But the reason it's not as much exercise as genuinely, like, running is because when you're genuinely running, you are consistently, like, moving your center of mass in a direction, whereas in DDR, you're actively trying not to do that. Like, you're trying to minimize upward movement as much as you possibly can. You're trying to keep your core as center as possible so that you can maintain a rhythm. But yeah, just having, like, a comparative value would be interesting. Even if it's, you know, it's not going to be perfect ever, but, you know, it's a thought. Oops, I picked up a 9,000. Get out of here. Boop. Alright, I gotta check something real quick, I'll be back.
Why? It just keeps going. Ah.
Yo, something like that happened earlier too. What the fuck is going on?
What?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh man.
Hey, goodness me.
Oh, are we gonna crash? Let's see if the
I
game
hope
crashes.
not. My game never crashes here. His game crashed.
Oh well
Here.
then. Oh my god, looking at you, dude.
I mean, it's not a completely different idea. And like playing DDR, you see a routine on the screen in the form of arrows, and you follow that routine. It's pretty typical, pretty standard, very similar. But I mean, like, man, I remember at one point when I was young, asking my doctor what he thought of that in terms of, like, you know, whether or not he thought that that was a good exercise. And he said no, because it doesn't last long enough. And I'm sitting, like, even as a child, I was sitting there thinking, like, what the fuck are you... And, like, as an adult, I'm thinking back, like, did this motherfucker think that I did just one song and stopped? And I was like, yeah, that's my exercise for the month. Even one game and stopping in an actual arcade, like, that's only 3 songs. Nobody does that. Or nobody chooses to do that anyway. Hey, get over here. Why don't you come over here? I mean, I don't think that that would be a bad idea, genuinely. Where are the enemies, dude? Every time that it gives me an objective that's like, you'd better get this done quickly, and then no fucking enemies are found anywhere. Jackass fucking game, dude. I mean, like, doctors have prescribed, like, all kinds of things, man. It's... Like, realistically, a doctor could genuinely, like, prescribe you, like, relaxing car drives every so often. So long as they see that it's genuinely having a good effect on your health or your mental health, a doctor will genuinely, honest to God, prescribe just about anything that might be helpful. It's not always medicine. Well, in the classic sense. Okay. Gotta love when you find the skull first. Anyways, I made a tortilla pizza. That's what I was stepping away to check on. I have never... The only Shadow the Hedgehog I've ever fucked around with was on the PS2 during Backlog. You're probably thinking of Sonic 06. And yeah, that... Honestly, Sonic 06 is one of the most fun Sonic games I've ever played, despite the fact that it is objectively a train wreck. But, like, if you go into that game expecting the train wreck, then that part does not shock or offend you. In fact, it can become part of the entertainment. Which I chose to see it as, because I thought it was quite fun. Even if it didn't always make sense. Or, okay, actually, let's be more fair. Even if it rarely made sense. You sack of shit, dude! Like, as a streamer, and I think I've explained this before when we were talking about the Batman Arkham series. Like, it's sort of like when talking about like Batman Arkham Origin. Arkham Origin is not a good game. It's got some like interesting ideas that are entertaining, but overall not a very good game. However, it is bad in some ways that I love as a streamer. Because that game just like does shit at random sometimes, and that can be super fun. You never played it? It's unique and different, and like it has some qualities. I don't really know how else to describe it. It kind of gives you Batman in the early phases where he's kind of just arrogant and angry. I don't know that it would match Batman lore very well at all. but I don't know that anybody was playing the Batman Arkham games going like, I sure do want some accurate Batman lore. I think that, you know, people were playing those games so that they could punch people. Why do I not remember where this one is? I should really remember this one because this one I recall being kind of a pain in the dick. Ah. It's because I am unlikely to think of going in there. I don't think I remember having touched Batman Begins. Maybe they were published or devved by a no-no company. I don't know. Is this Butt Stallion? No, same shit. Same shit, different map. Well, I failed to cancel that reloading time. Ooh, I see increased melee damage up there. God damn it. Ah, Blizzard. Yeah, that's definitely the no-no range for sure. That's like maximum no-no range.
This should be interesting.
Activision Blizzard is like the worst and the worst. Oh, and EA? Good. So like Satan's Taint and Scrotum were involved. Got it. And you're telling me it was a bad game, so that's... Man, that's kind of legendary. The radioactive readings are off the scale. Wait, where did that go? Oh, it's over here. Wouldn't be the first time. Inventra full. Aww. Oh, is this LeChance again? It definitely looks like it's LeChance. It is. This chaos shit really likes to give you LeChance. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I'm a berserker. Don't you see me going fucking berserk over here? Bruh, where the fuck? What are you even doing? Where the fuck was that dude going? I'm irritated. Can you hear me being irritated? I'm doing it. I'm being irritated. Anyway. Nah. Nah. I don't even know why I bother to look at these armors. I've got the best armor I could ever possibly ask for. Well, there's a couple of minor tweaks I'd like to have to it, but I'm very satisfied with my character. A Titanic puzzle game? Okay. What's the puzzle? How to not die? I mean, the Nintendo Wii had, like the most common developer for it was that shovelware developer, that Gingerbread Ninja shit. Anyways, I say that just to point out is, like, of course there's a lot of crap on the Wii. Yeah, that seems tasteless. That seems really, really crass. Anyways, we're gonna wrap up the inventory management and then go to BRB while I consume. You know, I really love the idea of game based on likeness of person that's not alive to defend themselves, but at the same time, we're talking about a kitty diddler, so I don't know how well he would have been able to defend his good name, you know what I mean? It's always been hilarious to me, like, when, like, Michael Jackson stans just refuse to acknowledge reality. Like, he was acquitted, he's innocent. Like, no, yeah, he was acquitted by people like you who refused the idea that he might possibly be guilty. Like when it's impossible to have a jury of peers in a scenario where there's zero chance you have anybody in the room that doesn't know the defendant. Or at least know of the defendant. So basically all he needed to do was have a jury of fans. And boom! Instant freedom. Oh man, not Jelly Bean. Six more of those. Anyways, on that lovely note, we're gonna cut this game off and move on. After I eat a little bit, I'll be back.
What do you mean? My legs blend in with my skirt. Oh, I have to walk down the stairs.
Womp womp, I hit the trigger and you didn't. That means I get breakfast and you can go fuck yourself.
No, we both get breakfast.
Oh.
I made your favorite breakfast. Oh, Mr. King from across the street is going out of town for a few weeks.
Good.
He was wondering if you could check his mail for him. Oh, and your friend Pierce called.
Oh my god, look at your face. That's bullshit.
Such a card, and someone named Deb stopped by earlier. I just sent him away. I think I heard Timmy deliver.
You are an asshole.
Let's go.
You know what? No, I want you to do it. I want us.
Fine.
Idly doodly, you abomination.
What's new in the world today?
I don't understand why this is a MASH QTE.
Neither do I.
You ready to meet the fine people of Steelport?
Dude, when we get given rocket launchers, that guy is so fucked.
I usually
Oh yeah.
It's your world. Go ahead.
I swear to God, if I have to walk the whole way because you're driving. No, okay, I'm in the back seat.
Boy, they sure are anxious to meet you.
They?
Oh, hey, the stop sign just says obey.
Queer sense of humor.
Is it just me, or does that
Ma, you should have a queer sense of humor.
just a nagging feeling like this is all
Can't wait to get out to the lake this weekend.
Oh, I'm not hearing you, I'm hearing me.
fish or
Good. Only I have to witness this monstrosity I've created.
Almost there.
Why do I feel like you're just going to make a variation, another version of trolling when you can?
Hey, it'll be a more tolerable troll, okay?
It's just the goddamn voice, man.
I know, that, and I really want to fix the voice, actually, because I did not mean it to be this trolly.
This dress, though, I swear, there's not a universe in which this dress is okay.
Oh, I stubbed my toe, you didn't.
Haha.
Can I get a picture?
Fuck you and your toe. You have to take a picture.
What can I say? I know how to walk better. It's because I'm not an alien. In a skin suit, you know what I'm saying?
Even the beeps are roboticized. God damn.
There you are, just sitting in the car. Can I move? Can I go? There we go.
Okay, actually,
Hello?
go ahead. Whatever, doesn't really matter.
What is this? Kinsey, where
Isn't
are
it
you?
this way?
Finally!
Actually, you would have been better off going forward than turning right twice, but it doesn't actually matter.
The place you're in isn't real.
No, just go, just go, just go!
You need to stop. What? I'm just driving. Okay, good. There's a point here.
Well, that's not what I meant by just go.
Did you just see that car just fly?
No.
Okay. I ran into a car and it flew.
I didn't see flight, but okay, that person
Brace yourself.
definitely flew.
Jesus H!
Haha, fuck you, oh god! It's bullshit!
I can't believe you got hit by the truck.
Fucking suck my balls.
Be me. The simulation is all about normalcy.
And there's another one. Oh, so it's gonna be one of those games, huh? Wonder what's in here. Ooh, yeah. Haha, there, now we're talking. Much more realistic. Fine, you asked for this. Hundreds of... Oh, you gotta love the ones that make you sweat.
Hi, everyone. How you guys doing today?
Join the show, freak.
Yeah, y'all okay? I'm doing all right. It's a hell of a game so far. Somebody's knocking.
Burns! Oh, mother of God, it burns!
Okay. Playing with Deadpool's junk. You fucking what, mate? No. No. Super extra ultra no. What the fuck? Sup? There's nothing I can do about the situation right now. I feel like it's find a way to be distracting and get lucky.
Here we go.
Yeah, this isn't awful.
So you're okay with these guys? Yeah, I'll be fine. Boss, get going and open that last portal.
I'm already pretty close.
Well, what the fuck are you gonna do about that? I keep on taking damage and it's no go. Yo, what the? What the fuck?
So this makes you cut doors faster? Huzzah, fuck you, you did not warp me in time, you bitch. I hate that they can shoot through the Rex, dude.
Oh my god, he was stuck on me. He's like glitched out, dude. He was stuck on the rubble in a fucking goofy ass position.
Oh, that was fucking great.
Analysis of the patterns on the walls cannot ascertain whether their purpose is aesthetic or functional. Further data required. Unknown language. Attempting translation.
I just wanted to see what would happen with the PDA.
By accessing the control room in the lower section.
Good.
Hey, what about fire? All bulletproof monsters hate fire.
I love it. God, that is so easy. I just about got to the next cutscene before it triggered that one.
Works, you need to see one from the inside.
Yo, did I skip this trigger that way? What the fuck? What the hell? That was extremely, extremely loud. Bruh, they wanted to make that, like, stupid obvious now. Like, hey, dumbass. A stalker tooth happened. Go get it.
But yeah, okay, so the strongest melee push in the game is... well, that's good. I don't know. Good video game. Well, I guess we're hoofing it back.